dunk. He had back surgery back on April 20th. Nash with the three. Very weak. One thing Nash can do now with his penetration is kick it outside. Ford and Gasol work with two big bodies looking for space underneath.
Well, speaking with Mike Brown, there's really three. Get some early looks at the basket before that defense of the Lakers can get set.
Kobe is here after 8 years with the Phoenix Suns.
And this is usually the hardest thing to do, especially when you have a foot injury, whether it be an ankle or a strain like.
In Olympic Games as well, as we saw this past summer. Inside, shot clock is down to 3. Sean Marion is right there. He got in the air, and that's when trouble begins. And Mayo the other way. Into Kobe, who slipped and then got a shot to the chops and outside. Collison for 3.
In shot blocking ability, he changes a lot of shots as well.
That's a charge.
Good anticipation there by Steve Nash. Collison
picked up his first.
And he was trying to go to the baseline side and just ran right over Steve Nash.
Now, Collison was a starter, then lost that job, and like him now as a starter with Dallas.
Well, he got hurt first, and then George Hill played so well for Indiana, and he just really couldn't get his Gasol with that length.
Here's Howard to Kobe.
Thing I was curious to see, because you've got to have pretty good passing big men if you're going to run this offense, and that's Dwight Howard. Throughout his career, the most he's ever averaged in assists has been 2.
And Gasol with the assist, and the hockey assist went to Steve Nash. Cast 9 new players on the roster for Dallas. Here comes Kobe and a thicket of Dallas defenders. Kobe's got 6 points. He has started 3 of 4. He's been at the practices. In fact, Mike Brown says he's been helping coach some of the practices. He coaxes that one in there.
Forward to tonight, something I've been real curious to see is how are the bigs going to be able to pass for the Lakers. The nice little handoff from Dwight Howard. I think he's the most fluid scorer on this team now, along with Vince Carter and Sean Marion.
Another assist for Pau Gasol. All-star, Olympic gold medal winner. Here comes Nash to Pau. Benched the last 2 years, and he accepted that role. Now he's back starting and a prime-time player. With Dallas squeezing inside is Howard in the early going here in LA.
Well, it may be a work in progress, but it looks pretty good right now. I love the ball movement early on here by the Los Angeles Lakers. The dribble handoff to Kobe Bryant recognizes that there's a switch with the big coming to him, and Pau Gasol, who's probably the best passing big man, probably along with.
And here comes Blake, and he is very vital for this Los Angeles team. Gasol right by Curry. Jody Meeks. Eddie Curry got that one to go. Here's Gasol, and Curry is on him. LA shooting 61%. 7 on this year through the hands of Curry, and here comes Jamison. They've got numbers the other way to Jordan Hill.
He's used to this Princeton offense because he's been in it. Nice pass here to Jordan Hill, streaking down the middle for the finish. Well, if you're Rick Carlisle, you got to be fortunate to only be down now.
Clock here at 7. About a minute into the second quarter in Los Angeles. Good feed in stride.
Big off the bench. So is Roddy Beaubois for the Dallas Mavericks. This doesn't have that same lift that he used to have.
Blake for Howard. The collision is not necessarily re-injuring the back, and I'll give you the specifics of the spinal surgery as the foul goes on Crowder for the first time. It's the fatigue factor. Basketball player of the year.
Love his motor. You know, he's undersized for that small forward, power forward.
Go. Go. Elbow up, follow through. Go.
Chuck Person, here is your pink slip. You have been fired as Dwight Howard's free throw coach. Pau Gasol, that's exactly what I would want.
Crowder is defending Gasol. Van Goodell. That's what Carlisle's got to work on here. Here's a nice move inside. When they threw the second, foul was called on LA.
How many times do we hear, look, a mouse in the house right here? That's exactly what it is right here. Jay Crowder trying to guard Pau Gasol down low.
Moses uses it.
Great defender, you got to go at him.
Kobe has started the game 3 of 4 with his 6 points. Working on Jones. Score in the NBA was Kobe Bryant as the foul here goes on Jones.
Look at the patience here by Kobe Bryant, understanding that the double team was
Nash. Kobe around Collison. Into Marion. Got it to go.
Body position there by Elton Brand.
Boy, the speed of Collison. The hustle of Jamison. O.J. Mayo pickpocketed by World Peace.
You can't play with the basketball around the World Peace.
Meta. Foul. The quarter.
This is something we didn't see a lot last year of the LA Lakers. Fast break opportunities. In fact, near the bottom, an easy transition.
Hi, Gary. How you doing? Good to see you.
Here we go again.
Go. Do it all over again, right? Come on. Now, get stop. Communicate. Talk it out. Knock this one in. Knock it down. We need stops.
The guys at halftime are talking about them not liking the hybrid Princeton read option for the LA Lakers, but they've got to love the way the bigs of the Lakers really have been able to pass out of it and be successful. Shaq, who we all know and love, but you've got Dwight Howard and Roy Hibbert, team in the Western Conference just because of their youth. But I'm going to be curious to see how Jeremy Lamb and Kevin Los Angeles, understanding this is an undersized Dallas Mavericks team.
O.J. right
To the weak side.
Kobe. Earlier. Howard. World Peace. Rebound by Wright.
Well, I don't know what kind of offense this is now by them. That might be a flagrant.
Got hammered by Howard.
And that's a frustration foul because he believed that Elton Brand fouled him at the other end going over top, which was not called.
That's the third on Howard, who has been known to get a technical or two in his day.
Yeah, this is going to be a flagrant one. 2 free throws and the ball on the side. And this is a new rule. Anytime there is a flagrant foul on the floor, the official
were using their NBA one-time amnesty clause. As you see it again, Howard and Brand. Flagrant one is what they have ruled.
Here, but it's very difficult for a team with so many guys on the last year of their contracts to really think
your job. So it doesn't matter if you have 1 year left on your contract. You're playing in the NBA, and it doesn't matter. You go out and perform because there's 20
point in the quarter for Collison, who's got 16 in the game for Dallas.
So the last few times down the floor, looks like Mike Brown and the Lakers has decided to go to a more of a traditional offense and just dump the ball down low to the new acquisition and Dwight Howard. Nice move there to shoot.
And they that's kind of what the idea for this offense hedged. Got the screen, weaves inside, Nash knocked it away.
Much better. Is it where he wants to be? No. He gets lost at the defensive end. But
Kevin.
Well, they're shooting 51%. David inside, Meta, dancing with Marion. Oh, and Jordan Hill in first by Blake. And Meta galloping. World Peace to Hill.
It's an effort at one end against Vince Carter and now leading the break. When your power forward / center can get out and run like this, good things are going to happen.
Bobois picked up his second personal foul. Marion scooping it up. Hill grabs onto it. Lakers come back the other way. Powell.
We saw Jordan Hill the previous play outrunning the Mavs, and here's Pau Gasol with the pass from.
Not doing the correct counter, so we'll stick with it and see what we get out of it. We're going to grow from here. Thanks, man. Thank you.
And a Dallas foul.
To Mike Brown's point, it's only game 1. You've got to trust in your system, and how many,
even though there's been a lot of change. Jamison for 3.
And that's why I give Rick Carlisle a lot of credit, because he's kept this team together.
He's a hard worker.
Yes, he is. I think that's what earned him a new contract here in Los Angeles, is because of what he did against Denver and OKC in last year's playoff. I'm surprised you're doing, because you should have been watching this game all along. No Dirk, no Chris Kaman.
Point with his 5 rebounds.
And if you're Eddie Curry, you've got to wrap him up. You can't let the ball get above his waist. Send Hill,
well, sorry, Shaq, but in fact, there's a nice little Tangle in there. A little.
Just miscommunication here. No one had Brandon Wright. That was more of a protective move for Jody Meeks, who was going over the back of
$3 billion over the next 20 years. That kind of straightens out all crooked.
Saul's got freedom to fire.
but everything has been on the perimeter.
Because they got the new scheme in there?
They could be. You know, we talked about they have 3 different types of offense engaged in this. And look at this unbelievable tough shot here by Kobe Bryant. The shot clock running down. You talking about raising the roof here.
He's got a game-high 24 Los Angeles. 2018 for Gasol. But the great balance of Dallas. Here is Nash, right to the rack.
Look.
Nash has got 7. Those his first points since the first quarter. How's it play? Collison, the mismatch on Howard. Kobe. Nail. 3 to fire. Nash. Green by Howard. Out to Gasol. Picked up by Marion. Inside. Brand watching Howard. An 0-8 preseason.
Yeah,
Did you
absolutely.
see any red flags as Marion just jockeys around? Get world peace over Carter. O.J. Mayo. He can play both guard positions, can he?
Absolutely.
Meta. Kobe. And Gasol.
That's what he wants.
And Powell with a 3.
Can't ever let it go. I'll let it go. He's probably one of the highest jumping big men since Sean Kemp. But right here on this, you could tell that something's still a little wrong because even though he got fouled, yes, he got fouled, but, you know, he's still supposed to throw that down. It's a fingertip dunk. He's struggling. He has to bend all the way down to get that elevation.